Hey guys, it's Lizzie and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing, it's kind of like a continuation from a couple videos back where I did all about my psychology degree. So this time I'm going to not obviously talk about my psychology degree, but instead I'm going to talk about tips for starting university. So this can apply to everyone. I am going to be kind of broad in what I'm talking about because, like I said in that other video, everybody's university is different, but for the most part these kind of tips can apply to everyone. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I will hopefully do a my university experience, like my first and second year, because I'm going into my third year. So yeah, I will hopefully do that after this video, but I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you have any questions feel free to comment that down below. So the first tip I would give to you guys is to obviously make friends. I think that was probably one of my biggest fears, and at the time that I moved in to like halls of residence, so campus, my parents weren't in the country, so it was like I was so nervous and scared. But if you think about it, everybody's in the same boat, everybody's new, so everyone is trying to figure everyone out essentially. I think the best way to make friends is to obviously join a society. There are a ton of different societies, like just it doesn't matter what uni you go to, there's always going to be a society for you. So joining a society can help you to make friends. Also, if you live in halls of residence, it's always usually like peaches and cream in the first like month because everybody's new and everybody's making friends, but usually with the people that you live with, you will always make friends with those that live in your halls of residence. But I would definitely recommend to join a society, so that way you can find other people, and also you can make friends with people other than the people on your course, if that makes sense. Another tip I have for you guys is to budget your money. For me personally, I didn't really get that much student finance, like I basically got none. So I would have to be wise with my money. Not saying you shouldn't go out and you shouldn't have fun, but be wise, because there were some people that were getting a ton of student finance and still ended up in their overdraft. In first year, in my opinion, I feel like you can try to stay out of overdraft. Do what you can to stay out of overdraft. Sometimes it's unavoidable if you're not getting that much student finance, but if you're getting a decent amount, and you can use that money to pay for your like halls of residence, so your maintenance, and then pay for food and leisure. But definitely budget your money. I would spend, I'm a very picky eater, so I don't really eat much. Like I don't like milk, I don't like anything really. So for me, buying food wasn't as bad. Like some people would spend like hundreds of pounds on food. I'm just like, you're one person. So definitely, for me personally, I would spend maybe around 50 to 60 pounds on food a month. And sometimes I would have even more food to roll over to the next month. Sometimes it wouldn't be enough. It just kind of depends on what I buy, but for the most part I generally bought kind of the same thing because, like I said, I'm a very picky eater. I'd also recommend to stay away from takeouts. I mean, the occasional takeout here and there is not bad, but buying takeout is so costly. Like buying pizza from like Domino's or Pizza Hut is just way too expensive. I would sometimes buy Chinese, which I can't even stand right now, but like occasionally you can treat yourself, but don't rely on takeouts. Like if you can't cook, go on Google, like just type in how to make spaghetti bolognese or how to make pasta bake, just something simple and easy, and they don't really require like a lot. Like it's just, I feel like you can learn to cook anyway. So definitely like stay away from takeout. Obviously, you know, buy it if you want to here and there, but don't make it like a consistent thing. And just generally your money, just budget every month what you're going to spend. Say this much for food, this much on leisure, this much on that. Just budget your money. Also, to save money, I would suggest getting an NUS card or signing up to uni days. I know a lot of people are signed up to uni days. I've been signed up to uni days for ages, and that's just basically where you can get a ton of discounts. I feel like NUS is kind of pointless. Like some stores are like 10%. I'm like, what is 10%? Like that is practically nothing. So I definitely prefer uni days, but if you want, you can get an NUS card, but you do have to pay for it. But with uni days, you just sign up for free, and you can get like a ton of discounts from a ton of different places. So definitely check those out, because that's where you can save money. Another tip I have for you guys for starting university is study as you go. Do not wait until exam times before you start studying. I think the best way to do it is after your lecture, come home, read up on it, maybe read something extra, or sometimes the lecturer will put the lecture slide before the lecture so you can go and see what the lecture's about, and that is kind of a good way to kind of give yourself a brief overview of what the lecture is going to be about, so when you go to the lecture you actually somewhat understand it. So definitely study as you go. Don't leave things until last minute, because that's when things start getting a bit hectic. A lot of people say first year doesn't count. It technically doesn't. I mean, there's always this debate whether first year really counts. I mean, I think you only need to get like 40% to pass on to second year, and 40% isn't like the hardest to get. But don't think, oh, just because first year doesn't count that I'm just going to do anything I want. Like, use that time to really learn, because there is a jump from A level to degree. So use that time to figure out a study plan, how you want to revise, what works for you, and things like that. Don't just use it, don't just waste that year. This brings me on to my next point, which is to be organized. So get a planner. I have a planner right here. I'm not gonna lie, in first year I didn't have a planner. I just used my phone. If I needed to remember something, I would type it in my phone, but definitely get a planner. So this planner I have is from personalplanner.com, and it is customized. I customized everything how I wanted it, from the color inside to the front page to everything. I customized it. So I will leave their site below, personalplanner.com, or you can find something cheaper from like WH Smith. It's just your personal preference. I just wanted mine personalized. I didn't actually use a personal planner. I probably should have in first year, just to be organized. One thing that I do kind of, I want to say regret, I guess just a learning experience, is that when I know exams are coming up, or like I know an essay is coming up, I prefer not to know the date, which sounds really bad, but it just gives me like anxiety when I know the date of my exam. Like, I will know the kind of month it's in, like let's say it's in May, but I won't know the date, and I will usually find that out maybe the last week in April, like the month before. But usually I don't like to know the date because it gives me anxiety, and don't do that because it kind of bit me in the butt in the end. I will explain that story maybe in a different video, but yeah, just don't do that. Just keep on top of things. Don't let things overwhelm you. If you're unsure, go to the lecturer, ask, read up on things, and stay organized. So the last thing I really want to talk about is registering with a doctor. So obviously if you're going to uni, you need to register with the doctor. I'm not gonna lie, it took me months to register because I didn't want to change doctors, and I actually wish I just want to go back to my old doctor, because this doctor is just like ridiculous. They don't even have the prescription that I usually have. Like, it's just, I don't like this doctor. But definitely register with your doctor. It's essential. Usually like in the first week they usually tell you like you need to register with the doctor. It's just an essential thing that you need to do. So just make sure you get that done as well. I think I've covered what I was supposed to cover. I'm not sure. I feel like there's just so much to talk about, and I don't really know what else. The lighting, oh my god, it's washing me out. Okay, so I think the lighting has gone back to normal. Okay, so what was I saying? Yeah, I'm not sure if I covered the lighting. Okay, so I'm just going to finish this video because the lighting is just doing its own thing. But yeah, hopefully I've covered everything. But if there's something that you want to ask and I haven't covered, you can just comment that down below and I will be happy to reply to you. If you want to ask me something that's a bit more private or something like that, you can also like DM me on Instagram or something like that. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. The lighting is just, oh my god. But I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.